Hello, welcome back to my channel, or just welcome. Oh my god, I'm already messing up. This is my first voiceover, but I recorded this like a billion times, so I'm just gonna leave this one in and just do it, okay? I am contemplating maybe just adding subtitles instead of my voice, but I kind of like talking, so I don't know, any feedback would be kindly appreciated. Or should I just not even talk, like no subtitles, nothing, just watch me draw? I don't know, just let me know. Also, by the way, I have 8 dogs and I do have birds, so if you hear any barking or chirping, I'm so sorry. I hope it's not too loud. Okay. This is the reference that I'm using. I am not really going for likeness. I just kind of am taking inspiration. Actually, honestly, the whole picture. I just don't focus on letting the character that I'm drawing look like her specifically, because I used to do that. I used to draw realism, and honestly they would look exactly like the picture, but it wasn't creative. I feel like I was kind of just copying. I didn't add anything to it. I just focused on hyper realism, making my drawing look exactly like the person, and I'm trying to get away from that. So I don't think my final outcome looks like the person in the picture. I mean, you can tell I haven't heavily took inspiration from the picture because it's like the same lighting, the same hairstyle. So I am slowly but surely, trying to maybe just use a pose that someone has and then, draw my own things, but I'm not there yet. Okay, I'm also self-taught, so I'm just learning as I go. But yeah, this is a picture that I found on Pinterest. I like the lighting and everything, and yeah, I decided this is the one because it took me so long just to get inspiration. As you can tell, oh yeah, by the way, this is the first portrait I'm posting like long form, I think, because I've just been experimenting with food illustrations and that's all I've been drawing. But if you look at my YouTube shorts, you can see some of the portraits that I have. So I'm just honestly drawing anything that sounds fun to draw, I'll draw it. And it's kind of fun just teaching myself. For the hands, I am using this picture that I also found on Pinterest. I am not the best at drawing hands, as you can see. I'm just, trying to make it a little bit like lengthy and skinny with long nails, because it's supposed to look a little bit like a demon type of hand. So that's my excuse. If it, doesn't look, if it looks wonky, hey, it was supposed to not look like a human hand. There's also a second hand that I drew. Unfortunately, I don't remember if I accidentally deleted the clip or if I just never recorded it. My bad. I'm actually so annoyed, but whatever. This is the reference that I used for the second hand. So yeah, that's about it. So now for the coloring process or rendering. Honestly, I don't know which term to use. Are they the same kind of? I don't know. But this is how I always colored. I not always with a base color underneath. I would just start putting colors onto my canvas. I used to do that even when I would draw on paper. I would never just put a full base color and then color on top. So this is just how I do it. I've been trying a couple new techniques like the base color underneath. Also, I've been trying not to blend and experimenting with different brushes, because in the past I used to my drawings, they look very smooth because I would blend and blend and blend. That was my favorite part of the process, but that's what makes it look super realistic to me, and I kind of want to get away from that. And it's so crazy because this is my first drawing where I never used the blending mode ever. I just added colors on top of colors and it worked. So I am gonna, yeah, use this technique for a long time because I kind of like the way it looks more. This is an example of when I used to just blend, and look how like crisp and clean. Mind you, it looks good, but I just want to add more texture, so I didn't blend once, and I do like the outcome. There's really not much more to say after. Like, the rest of the process is just me adding colors, and also using the pressure sensitivity, because to blend the colors together I've just been using it very lightly, so it could the transition was not as harsh. And yeah, that's about it. I do like the outcome. Like, I feel like I'm gonna start using this a lot. I also like, I put a canvas on top of the entire piece, so it looks a bit more like, not like digital art. That's just, I've just been experimenting with it and I just love it so much. Yeah, that was about it. I just repeat this whole process, just adding colors on top, using the pressure sensitivity. You know, if I want it to be darker, I press harder. If I kind of sort of want some areas to look a little bit more blended so the transition isn't too harsh, I just don't press hard. That's all I use. I only use like one brush, the thick oil paint brush. It's free in the Clip Studio Paint asset store. I got it maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer than that, and I just can't put it away. Like, it's my favorite brush for skin. When I do food illustrations, I have another oil brush that I use, but those are the only two brushes I just ever use, and that's about it. The eyes were giving me issues now that I'm like seeing this part, because my problem, like, if my sketch, something is a little bit off in my sketch, the coloring process is also going to be a little bit off, because I heavily rely on the sketch. And I think I just didn't like, I don't know, I think the sketch, like the eyes were not as good because I had to like adjust them, put them a little bit closer. It was a whole process, but I still ended up liking the final piece. Yeah, that's about it. I love that it, see how like on top of the head, on top of the head, oh my god, her forehead, how it's not like fully blended. I love that, because again, my old pieces would look very realistic, like human like skin, even though this still looks like a human, like you could tell. Oh my god, I'm so bad at explaining. I hope I'm making any sense, but I think this is gonna be the ending of my voiceover, because everything is just self-explanatory after. So for the people that do not like voiceovers, you are in luck, because this is the last you're hearing my voice for the rest of the video. Enjoy watching, and thank you guys so much. I also hit 100 subscribers, which is very exciting. I am a pessimist, okay, well, let me say used to be, because now I'm very optimistic, and I'm trying to, you know, do this thing where I celebrate every little wins that I have. And if you think about it, like just imagine like in a classroom and there's like 100 people around you. That's quite a lot. 100 people like watching me do the thing I love to do. Like, how cool and fun is that? So thanks for 100 subscribers. I am definitely going to have more fun videos, and yeah, I hope like people just enjoy. I think my art is really good. I think I'm improving constantly, and I just like sharing it with people, like-minded people that love art just as much as I do. I love it, especially now that I quit my job, by the way. I have no job. Like, all I do is draw, and it's honestly so fun. I'm having way more fun doing like drawing and just chilling. Love it. Oh my god, I'm such a yapper. Thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the video.